Oh, come, Emmanuel, and ransom captive Greetings, family, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Africa. My name is Dr. Mumbi Saraki. How you doing? How's everything going? I really do pray, family, that you are very well and that you have taken my advice in the last couple of years, in the last 5 years, to really become the sovereign ruler of your own mind. I hope you've done the necessary work to heal yourself of all these past narratives, all those past storylines, that you've looked into the lies and the falsities that we've been told as a people, as a community, as a global nation about what this world is about, and that you have constructed your own story and you're no longer reliant on his story. Because if you're still thinking his story is the truth, then you're really going to get caught up, family, because something seems to be afoot. But before I even get into that, a special shout out to the sponsor of today's show, Beverly B Music. Now, Beverly B is an ancient sound healer, and she is offering free ancient sound healing sessions on her YouTube and a Clubhouse pages, where every Thursday and Friday from 11 a.m. family, where you get a chance to experience her ancient sound healing. And if you join her Clubhouse, you can actually interact with her directly. And who knows, maybe she'll even bless you with, some amazing healing meditations. And please check out her comments, and special shout out to all you guys who joined her last week and left comments, giving me a shout out as well. She is a really, really powerful healer, and I'm glad that she has assisted you on your healing journey. And if you'd like to advertise on the Dr. Mumbi Show and reach our very niche, very unique global audience, definitely send me an email, mumbi.saraki@gmail.com. So, family, I recently did a show where I was talking about the Notre Dame ritual, where literally we saw the installation of a new god, of a new Notre Dame, of a new feminine spirit, of a new, it was literally the installation of a new altar, of the New World Order, one of the New World Orders. Now, I've talked to you about how there was a clash of secret societies, family, between the globalists and like Obama's secret society, and more the nationalists, the kings and queens, those kind of vibes, who was more of Trump's secret society. Now, they're both, it's like politicians, it's like the political class. They both belong to the same class, so they can't be as separate as we think. But it was interesting that a couple of weeks after Trump won the election, that there was this big ritual at Notre Dame where even the so-called Prince William, and I need to do a show about the Williams. There's William Gates. There's this William of England who I hear, anyway, he's half Rothschild. So many stories about him. We need to look at the Williams and the damage they're doing. Even here in Kenya, the William Ruto, who's like a Western puppet. But so they did the Notre Dame, and 5 was everywhere. The number 5, the symbolism of 5. And I told you 5 symbolizes change. So there was obviously some big change with the whole Roman Catholic Church and just the Rome spiritual hierarchy. Let me know in the comments what you think that was. I'd love to hear from you, family. And they installed something, and notably absent was the Pope, who declined the invitation. But a couple of days after the Notre Dame ritual, the Pope came out and released a statement saying that he would be opening 5 portals over the Christmas period. Now, this has happened, something that happens every 25 years when there's a jubilee. And so they will shut these doors, which are literally portals, for 5 years, and they'll accumulate the sins of the humans and all this stuff. And then during jubilee, when there's like a returning, and a celebration, they will open up those doors. So I found it very coincidental that they're also pushing this number five. And I told you, family, five is the number of change, five is the number of transformation, five is the number of transition. So it looks like, without telling us, Rome is going through into a new dispensation, family. So he was talking about how he's opening these five doors or these five portals. But what was very interesting about this is he talked about how he was going to be opening the portal of the prisons for the first time in order to give the prisoners a chance for hope and a chance for renewal. Now, nothing is by accident. I told you, family, everything, even the media, is like the cauldron of the occult. That's where they do their mental magic. That's where they throw spells over humanity, and through humanity's response are able to harvest that energy and use it to, push or promote their own agenda. So, five portals, and one of them to the portals of prisons. Now, I mean, on the one hand, you could link it to all these scandals that the church has been going through, and just the elite themselves with pedophilia and all these things, family, and what's been happening to the children, as a symbol of forgiveness and hope, because the biggest mental magic, the biggest group consciousness on the planet is controlled by the Roman Catholic Church. They have, I think, 2-3 billion people that worship under them and are constantly praying for them and sending their energy. And these are the 2-3 billion that they use to still manipulate and control the planet, although they're not very loud about it. But when I was reading all this, family, it confirms what the ancestors and the Most High have been telling me, is that the enemies of our souls, Babylon, Rome, are preparing for an epic showdown on Mama Earth. This has already happened. It has already played out in the heavenlies. And you'll notice there's been all these strange sightings, especially in, is it in New Jersey, where there were these things where they're trying to call them drones, but they look more like unidentified alien objects, or UFOs as we used to call them back in the day, although they're insisting they're drones and stuff. But there's been so many sightings across the world, family. And what I feel is that Rome is preparing for the spiritual battle that is getting ready to manifest physically, that has been ongoing in the heavenlies, that in 2024 was really fought in the minds and the hearts of humanity. And in 2025, it's going to be a terrestrial situation, family. So make sure you get yourself mentally and emotionally situated so that you can be physically okay, or so that you'll be in such a bubble that your vibration will lead you to a matching vibration of peace, and you won't get caught up in the vibrations of war that Babylon is trying to project onto the world in their last efforts to survive their end, literally. I know I'm sounding so dramatic at this point, family, but it is what it is. And I share all this to tell you that a lot of these things used to happen without us knowing. I didn't know that every 25 years they would open a portal. They would open these 5 sacred doors in the Vatican, knowing God knows what spirits they've been letting out or what spirits they've been capturing. And for them to say they're releasing from, is the prison's portal like a pit of hell where they'll be releasing certain beasts of the man of perdition or the Antichrist? Because the Antichrist is just someone who's anti-nature. And it's more of a people who are anti-nature and have come and destroyed everything than a singular person. But those are stories for other days. So family, stay prayed up, stay in a high vibration, lean more to hope and create and joy and peace and excitement for what is coming rather than fear. And I don't share this to tell you to share fear, because every time we reveal what they're doing, it disarms that thing, it neutralizes it. That's why actually for so long I have been led by the ancestors and the ancient ones to speak of certain things that they'll say, but they kind of try and keep veiled so that it could be neutralized by our collective consciousness coming together and saying absolutely not. And that's why they've been trying to play with our voices and the voices of many of those who they labeled as conspiracy theorists, but come 2024 we're looking like prophets. So make sure you're supporting your those alternative voices, family, because the news and the information we're getting now is way different from what we were getting, because it's no longer just about what's happening in Africa. We are now on a global scale, and we're witnessing a global transition of power, but there will be a global resistance to it. And a lot of the people who are ignorant globally will find themselves being foot soldiers in Satan's army, literally, because they have not discovered the truth and the truth has not set them free. So they're living in their lies through belief. Anyway, special shout out to Beverly B for sponsoring this show. Definitely check her out, family, every Thursday and Friday from 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for her ancient sound healing sessions. You can catch her at Beverly B on YouTube and on Clubhouse. And if you join her on Clubhouse, you can actually interact with her directly. Until next time, family. Tuko pamoja.